Alright, well, I got rid of my old Yamaha 40, which was in 1980, I think in 85, and I just bought a 30 horse Suzuki outboard, and it comes with tilt and the remote controls. So I'm anxious to open this up and to see what we got. It's free delivery, and it was a tailgate like drop off, which was nice. Use those in the grass. This must be the cables. Cables I used to have were long. Yeah, here are the two cables. So those are good. Get the rest of this off. I think I need to sharpen my knife. Two layers there. All right. One more? Yeah. All right. You're gonna see what I'm gonna see. All right. And then there, ooh, it's a beauty. I had a choice of black or white. Oh, that looks nice. We got 2 things of free oil. Came with a 5-gallon tank. Looks like everything for connecting there. Looks like the controls. Some nice heavy-duty bolts. Looks like the steering linkage. All right. Let's see what else we got. All right, so comes with a prop. Oh, it looks nice. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. And it's got a backup pull start, electric start, with a backup pull start on it, which is nice if your battery ever dies. It has auto lift on it, so that's all down here, it looks like. So you got your tilt, automatic tilt. My other one didn't have that, which was a pain. I'd have to lift up the engine by hand. I got into shallow water. And then this must be the controls. Yeah, it's feeling like it. Yeah, for sure. There's the controls. Only one? Oh, there's 2 keys here. Nice. Very cool. All the mounting for that. Not sure what that is. This is awesome. I'm excited. no more working on an engine, at least for 10 years, hopefully. And the other one was oil injected. So this is a 4-stroke. So hopefully it'll be easier to maintain and stuff, but it still takes oil. And yeah. So what I gotta do, so this is my steering here, that'll connect up to it. So this is a long shaft, and I've got, my old one was a short shaft, so I gotta bring it up 4 inches, almost to like this height here. So I gotta get it up 4 more inches. So I got 2 angle irons I'm gonna bolt on here and create like a jack plate to get it higher, so the prop's not so low in the water. And so that's kind of the project. So I'm going to measure the center distance of these 2 clamps, and I'm going to put the angles right on here so that I can, boy, I hope that goes down far enough. I might have to block out with a piece of wood. Yeah, these will only go so far, and the angle's only like a 1/4 inch plate, so I'm going to have to put a block of wood on there as well, and I'll bolt that through, maybe make it pressure treated. And then here's, looks like power from the battery. All right, so I'm going to be bolting these 2 angles here to get it up higher. And then I've got to actually put a block of wood on there as well. Some pressure treated or something, most likely. All right, I'm going to measure the distance between the 2 and then center this, and then drill it, through bolt it. I got plates here and here, so when I built this, I bent it and, you know, put this on to protect the top too. But again, it was a short shaft. This is a long shaft, so we got to get it up higher. So center to center looks like 8 3/4 inches. 8 3/4 center to center. No, is that right? Yeah, that's right. 8 3/4. So I gotta spread these 8 3/4, and I guess that's the center of the boat there. So we gotta come in here and then split this. So 8 3/4 would be 4 3/8 off the center, and 8 3/4, I don't know, somewhere in there. All right, I gotta locate the center, and then we'll measure out 4 3/8 on each side. All right, so I got the distance here I want for, and I'm going to put in a block of wood in here, and then it'll clamp here and then rest against the wood here. So the wood will rest against here, and then the front of the angle iron will be out here. So I may fill this whole thing in with wood to give that a backrest. But essentially the face of this face here is going to sit right about here. So I think it's like 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, 1 3/4 inches thick piece of wood. So I'll have to make that up out of some 2x material, which I think I have. So this is only 1.5 inches or 1 5/8 inches. So, all right, I'm going to start drilling. I got my lines to make sure I don't mess it up. And I'm going to kind of drill through with a pilot hole first. So, and the engine's going to sit up here. So I'm going to put in bolts right about the same location as these are. So I don't know if I'm going to mark it. I'm going to go up a little higher actually. So it's about an inch up. So if I get maybe an inch up from the bottom here, maybe an inch up from the bottom here. Yeah, it's tough with that going that way. Right in there. And in centered. Roughly centered. All right. I got one pilot hole drilled through. I'm going to drill through larger. Yeah, it's floating around a little bit. Anyway, I'm getting these angles mounted, and then I'm thinking I might take this board and fill in here with this, and then I might put a piece of card or a piece of plywood in on the inside, and then screw in this way into the boards with screws long enough that they won't go all the way through, and that'll hold the board to the angle, and then it'll get clamped in here. It'll get clamped in here, so it'll be about a 2.25 inch wide mounting surface for that. Anyway, more caulk in here and we'll get this done. There we go. All right, so just a bead of caulk. Go. Flat washers. And then we'll just tap them back in there. All right, and then we'll put caulk around here. Caulk around here. Doesn't look like it caulked this. Oh well. So, flat washer. lock washer. I don't know if I need the lock washers. These are lock nuts, but they gave me it as part of the kit. So here's my little helper. Hey Ringo, how you doing, buddy? There's one. I'm running out of, I can switch these. I'm running out of bolt. So what you do is you switch. All right. This up a bit. There we go. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. There we go. There. That looks pretty good. Get some paper towels and wipe that off. All right. All right, so I think I got a plan. I'm gonna get my son, we're gonna tip this up, and it should line up pretty close here. Maybe pull it back a little bit. It's supposed to be like 167 pounds, so I should be able to do it by myself, but that's okay. Nothing to prove. So I'll wait for my son and we'll flip it up. Hopefully should be able to support on the keel. Just don't break it off. That wouldn't be good. I don't know how you lift these things. Maybe you run a strap through here. I don't know. Maybe I ought to YouTube it. Anyway, we're getting there. 16. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I masked it off and I painted it black. I did caulk this and just spray painted over it. Just try and keep it somewhat sealed. So we'll let that dry and then wait for my son to come by and we'll lift it up there. But anyways, I wanted to just paint it black. I figured this is black. I had black paint. Could have painted it white. Might have been better. I don't know. But it is what it is. I'm hoping I can just take off this bottom cover here. We'll see. That looks pretty straightforward. So the cables come in here and connect up here. I guess they have to go behind this cable. All right. So I don't lose anything here. Make sure everything's out of the way. So that's the shift, and then that's the throttle. So this is the shift. So shift. All right, so shift. Under this. Oh, we got a thread in. A couple more of these. That. These have got to be the smallest channel locks I've ever seen. There's one. And then the other cable. So this would be the throttle. Does this go down between them? No? Maybe that goes. It fits there, but I'm gonna go under this. I don't know where that little grommet goes. Alright, I think I figured it out. So the grommet Goes down in here between the cables. Get a clip on another clip. These are really cool. The smallest channel locks. Alright. Uh-oh. Getting a delivery? Or are they just turning around? Well, I guess I'll tighten these up. And then this drops back down. Like that. Only 2 screws. Those go in here. All right, so a lot of the cable's done. Okay, just want to put the cover on just to keep it safe. This goes this way. Alright, so I got these 2 cables, shift and throttle. This is all the wiring. This is all loose, so I got to refasten this, but I can't until I get some caulk. So I want to put caulk in there. Oh boy. And I got to put this back in here. I'm going to mark that, fill that hole. I'm going to fill a couple holes over here. A lot of work. All right. I put 3 screws in here just to kind of locate it and mount it. So I can go all the way forward. Turn it on. All right. Well, I got to get this mounted on. I got to get some caulk. Get the other side mounted back on with some caulk. And then I'm moving along pretty good. Buy a new battery. hook up the gas can. Look at the stink bugs getting in there already. Look at that. It's just, oh, I hate these stink bugs. He fell right in there. Huh. Here he is. Get him out of here. Hate those stink bugs. I want to put this back on. Go. It's a nice looking engine. I'm really impressed by it. Got the steering all connected. It all worked out. Now that I moved it back, I don't know how to get this off. Maybe I'll just screw it down there. It was back here. Got to caulk that. So many holes. I got holes back here. This is wiring that goes all the way up to my bow lights. So this is my bow light wiring. I should just cut that off. And all these other cables were for lighting of this switch here. All right. Well, I got it leveled. I hooked it up to my tractor battery. It's my battery for the boat has been dead for a while, and then I was able to lift the tilt up and get this more level. Fortunately, I think this is still too low. So if you this plate should be above this plate. It should be above here. So it is maybe an inch too low. I mean, it'll still run. It's just I don't know how I'm going to get this to get higher on the boat. It's already sticking up quite a bit. Gonna be a big project. Anyways, added oil. Yeah, it looks like it's right to the bottom of that. So get started. So I don't know what this stuff is. There's all this wiring and cables, and I got one cable that I don't know what it plugs into. And there's no instructions. This cable here, there's nothing here that it can plug into. It's definitely nothing matches up to it. This is the power for the battery. These are the through bolts here, plus spacers if I want. I don't know if that's maybe long enough, maybe. But I bought a new battery. So it does, everything's wired up right. Really like that. My old one didn't have the tilt. I actually turned it over and started it. So anyways, I've got to screw this all back together. I've got the controls mounted. This is all got to be screwed back together. This has got to be screwed back down, and that's screwed in here, and then the opposite side also. So I had to shift this whole thing, I don't know, close to a foot. So that's the next project, caulking old holes. So I'm going to caulk these old holes. Really should scrape that off and plug these two holes. And then there's some holes on the side here as well. All right, continuing on. All right, look at all the leaves on here. So I gotta do some caulking. Engine is pretty much mounted. I'm not super happy. I mean, happy with it, but for some reason I can't get, even though I put it up this much higher, this plate is not below or above, should be above this base of the transom, and it's not. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I guess I'll have to see how it runs. So starts right up. It's nice and quiet. Get the tilt. And you got a tilt button on the other side here as well. Which is nice when you're in the back end. Oh. Well, I'm going through like a 2-hour warm-up period. I suppose I could do this on a lake, but I got other things to do, so I'm going to do the 2-hour warm-up, and then it's another, 7 hours where you would go at like 3/4 speed, no more, or full speed, no more than 5 minutes, and then back down to half speed. So there's like a 10-hour total break-in period for this. So I bought a garbage can, a metal garbage can, because this is typically what we have now. And I need it for feed anyway, so I can put my chicken feed in here, my scratch grains, and rats won't get into it, mice won't get into it. So everything seems to be working good. Water's cold. It's just recirculating, it's still cold. Warm coming out of here. But it's ultra low emission for California. So it's a pretty good efficient engine. We'll see what happens with the gas. I really like this engine now. Can't wait to see it move on the lake. I'm just adding a little water here as it splashes. Some of it splashes out. I'm just replenishing it. It's like leaking around the handles. And I don't know if it's leaking at the base too, but you would think it would be pretty sealed, watertight. I'll keep an eye on it. It's been about 15 minutes. So I gotta do this for 2 hours. feeling the water. It's getting warm. So I'm adding some cooler water. I don't know if that, but it's got to be 85 degrees anyway. So I'm adding some colder water from the hose. Try to cool it a little more. I did put a 12-volt battery on here, and I did get lights working. So I think the problem is at the back of the Jeep.